Hello, everybody. Very good evening. I Zubin Zaveri, I welcome all of you to this particular live session where today we shall be discussing about Nifty, Bank Nifty, various other sectors, and most importantly, Nifty has almost touched 23,000 mark and has gone below its previous low. So now the question here is, from here, where next? Can it continue? Can it continue going downwards, or still there is a chance of a bounce back? All these things, we will be uh, understanding by looking at the charts of Nifty, Bank Nifty, and various other sentiment and diffusion indicators. All right. So if you have any doubts or questions, please feel free to type it in the comment section. And in the last 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes, we will spend time in question and answer round. I'll try to solve everybody's question that comes up in the comment section over here. All right. So let's begin and let me continue. Let me share my screen to you guys. And yes, this is Nifty monthly chart. And on the monthly chart, as we always discuss that, yes, the momentum indicator is in a bearish mode, and it is continuing to go downwards and try and test this median line, which is somewhere at 22,248. 22,248. All right. Uh, so another 800 points from here on. Okay. So there is some space. On the weekly chart, the prices, Nifty prices has, gone below the 40 EMA in the December month itself. Tried to trade somewhere over here, but finally in the month of January, that is in the first week of January, it nicely closed below the 40 EMA and remained downwards and remained trading somewhere in the lower near the lower Bollinger Band. Note that this particular low has been broken since last week itself, and the RMI is also in a bearish mode, right? Let me go to the daily time frame chart very quickly. So since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, Nifty was making some dojis and trying to catch up and revert to its mean. So Nifty did not go up immediately from this lower band, but it went sideways and the median line came down. Okay, and you can also see this red color line in this particular chart, which is this red line is nothing but 200-day EMA. All right, and somewhere above it there is 40 EMA as well, the purple line, and this gray line over here, the median line is 20 SMA. So very 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 strong resistance is coming out around 23,500 to 23,700 levels. So this area 23,500 23,700 is a very strong resistance area. And if we draw a trend line also now, so that will also coincide with the same levels around here. So until and unless this area is not taken out on the upside, I'm afraid bulls will be at the back seat only, right? And yes, this particular previous low on this daily chart, 13th Jan low, has been broken and Nifty has closed below it, and slightly above 23,000 mark. That is a round number, psychological number. So tomorrow, if at all there is a follow through, and Nifty goes below 23,000, then our next level will be somewhere around this gap area. Um and this 22,000 100 22,150 would be the next level where Nifty can go and test, if Nifty crosses below 23,000. All right. Momentum right now, yesterday it had given a bullish crossover, but again it is still in a buy mode. But a break below 23 can immediately turn this indicator into a bearish mode. So we have to be very careful. Overall, even the weekly and the monthly higher time frame charts are also in a bearish mode, right? Let's go and look at 75-minute time frame chart. So 75-minute time frame chart, there was a squeeze, and after this particular squeeze, the bands are opening up, and prices has closed below the lower Bollinger Band with RMI in a bearish mode. So tomorrow again, we can see some follow through on a downward side, is what we can see on this 75-minute chart. And if you look at the intraday chart today, the intraday on an intraday basis, it was really very volatile. How many of you have are regular traders? If you can just type it in the comment section. How many of you saw today's market? Yeah, I'm sure you guys would have seen it, that it's very, very, very volatile, right? And finally, the bears came out to be very strong to drag the prices below its previous low and close just a little bit about 23,000. Yeah. How many of you were trading today in the market? Yes. Okay. So let's look at the intraday chart. On this intraday chart, what had happened was today it opened up with a small gap. Maybe there was a little bit of overhang, and right after it opened up with a gap, it immediately started a sell. All right, there was a sell off, a huge sell off, remained sideways and then bounced back even sharply. And after it bounced back sharply, further it crashed like crazy, and then again it tried to come up above the 40 EMA but failed, took strong resistance over here, and then finally around 2 2:30 market broke below this particular low to close below that level as well. All right, so on a intraday time frame chart, the immediate resistance will be 23,100 for Nifty. All right, on the upside, 23,100 on the upside. Immediate support is 23,000, and breaking below 23,000, Nifty can try and test 22,200 levels as well. Okay, my friends. So that was about Nifty. Let's also look at some options activity that has happened. Um, Narsimha Murthy ji is saying, I have taken a short positions after RMI day turned red intraday. That's okay. That's great. So, as per our view, the market is in a bearish mode only. All right. There is a higher probability of you making money with a short position. Right. Let's see this with the options. We'll check the combined open interest, and in this combined open interest, what we can see today is that there was a lot of call activity. Open interest in call was maximum, and in put actually it declined. So when the call activity is more than the put, we generally say that it is in a bearish market scenario. And spot market is 23,024, and 23,200 would act like a resistance for Nifty, and there is a lot of open interest built up in 23,500. So that will be a very, very, very strong area of resistance for Nifty, and an area of support is 23,000, where the put open interest is still high. And today we saw a little bit of reduction in 23,000 put option over here. All right, but so this also indicates that there is a chance that 23,000 can be broken, but right now it acts like a immediate support level. All right, now if we also look at the futures data, open interest data in Nifty, we can see that since 2nd of January, since the year began, Nifty kept on sliding down, and its open interest kept on increasing. And this is nothing but it is called as short built up. You can see. So there is a short built up, which also indicates that the market can remain in a bearish mode. Immediate resistance would be around this particular bottom and this particular top. That this will be a resistance level for Nifty. Okay, let's now very quickly look at the Bank Nifty chart as well. So Bank Nifty on the daily chart also saw a sell-off, strong resistance from 20 SMA, 200 EMA, and 40 EMA, all coinciding around, making a cluster over here. So for Bank Nifty, 49,950 to 50,500. So round off, let me say 50,000 to 50,500 is a strong resistance level for Bank Nifty. And see, there is a divergence that you can see over here, where we can see that Nifty has broken below its previous low, but Bank Nifty has still not broken below its previous low. Now, my friends, this is a clear case, where Mr. Charles Dow in his Dow theory has mentioned that when the two averages do not confirm each other, it's a time to be cautious. All right. So yes, the Nifty trend is in a bearish mode. It has broken below its previous low, but Bank Nifty still has not broken below its previous low. So this divergence is signaling a cautious signal, which also gives a chance that there might be a bounce back as well. Okay. Uh, Sir, help me to avoid overtrading. I made daily overtrading gives me for no loss. Please help. Okay. Right now, Manjeet, just understand the market view. So do not trade intraday. I would suggest have a view and trade with proper strategies. If the signals are there, you take a trade. If the signals are not there, you don't take a trade. As simple as it is. All right. Now, let me continue further and let's analyze the Bank Nifty chart, weekly chart. Weekly chart is in a bearish mode. There are two dojis formed at the lower Bollinger Band. All right. But yes, the momentum is still in a bearish mode only for Bank Nifty. And on the monthly chart, Bank Nifty is getting a support. It's already at its median line. So it is at its support of 48,170. So for Bank Nifty, 48,170 is a crucial level, breaking below which it can go down further towards 43,800. All right. So that is about monthly. And yes, the volatility is coming in because one by one there is a line of events that is happening. So till the 1st of February, the market will remain in a very unpredictable phase. But yes, overall we will keep a bearish stance until and unless there is a clear break above these moving averages, all right, above these resistance levels. All right, let's also look at now sentiment indicators. Before that, any questions have come up? No. Okay. So in the sentiment indicators, we will look at FII index futures long, which is still at the oversold level, uh, telling nothing much. We'll have to wait for FII to go long in the index, and for that, this index should start picking up. All right. Momentum swing. See, in yesterday's in the Hindi session, we had seen that the daily swing had reached its oversold levels, and since the trend was down, the oversold level reacted nicely, and the market gave a nice big red candle today. Maybe another red candle below. If Nifty goes below 23,000, there can be another big red candle, and the daily swing and the average swing as well, both have turned slightly in a bearish mode. So now again we'll have to wait for these indicators to reach to a new extreme to understand what would what could be the next move immediately. All right. In the diffusion indicators, percentage of stocks above 100 SMA for Nifty 50 still in the oversold levels, right? So again, we'll have to wait for this indicator to pick up. Um, so nothing much has changed from our last session to this session. So I'll move a little bit quickly. Mid cap 100 also around the same levels. Okay. And the small cap index also saw a selling today, and its indicator 100 SMA percentage of stocks is was showing a bounce back, but again it went under the oversold territory. So now we'll have to see whether there is a divergence in this indicator with the price index or not. We'll have to see and wait and watch for that. All right. And in the sector specific, okay, we look at the heat maps. Okay. In the heat maps, we will select the sector specific. So in the sectors, the most beaten counters were realty and consumer durables, 4% over 4% correction today. All right. And the minimum correction came from the defensive sectors like FMCG, healthcare, and where is pharma and pharma as well. And even IT, oil and gas, they were the ones to, not give so much of big correction and trying to hold up the market. And if we look at the same thing, see consumer durables and realty in RRG, if you look at these two index, consumer durables and realty, they are deep in lagging quadrant, and they were the ones to get the most of the beating, whereas the oil and gas, which fell down by only 1%, is in the leading quadrant, which means it is outperforming Nifty over here. All right, any arrow which is sloping on the right hand side is an outperformer, but a small momentum has, we have seen a small drop in the momentum. Okay. mm, yeah, so there is an increase. All the other indices over here are still, no, nothing much has changed over here. They all have been steady on the daily time frame chart, just that the Indian consumption has entered the lagging quadrant. IT is also looking to enter the lagging quadrant along with auto, pharma, and healthcare index. So if Nifty breaks below 23,000, so these indices can also turn on a negative lagging quadrant over here. And we also need to watch whether these indices, they if Nifty breaks below 23, even these indices will turn down over here. Instead of entering into the leading, they might just turn down and come into weakening or lagging quadrant. So just this particular RRG chart will give you that currently which sectors are strong and which sectors are weak over here. All right. So that was about the analysis today. Any other doubts or questions? Yep, you can play. You can feel free to ask me. Okay. Any questions so far? Yes. Well, we'll definitely have a look at the major stocks. In the stock specific major, we will have a look at Reliance first. So Reliance on the charts, on the interactive chart. Let's see. So Reliance on the weekly chart had showed the momentum was bullish on the weekly chart, but it took resistance from its median line over here on the weekly chart. All right, and on the daily time frame chart, we can see that there was a gap up opening, and Reliance prices again came down into the gap. So we'll have to watch out that if Reliance is bouncing back or is falling below its median line. If Reliance falls back below this gap area and below this median line, that would also drag the Nifty down along with it. All right. As of now, the momentum indicators are in a bullish mode. All right, on the monthly chart, uh, the RMI has gone below zero, indicating that one bull cycle is complete. Yeah, from here it had given a new buy signal over here, and this new buy signal, it went up a little bit and then again fell down again over here. And on the monthly chart, Reliance is testing, and we have to watch out on 31st of January whether Reliance is closing below or above this 40 EMA, the blue line. All right. Narsimha Murthy ji, yes, every day in the evening, 6 o'clock or 6:30. Today we have changed a little bit time. Every day in the evening, you will get, you will be notified about the timing, whether it is 6 or 6:30. Every day in the evening, on Monday and Tuesday, we do this live analysis. On Monday, we do it in Hindi. On Tuesday, we do it in English, and then we meet again on Thursday where we do the live analysis again in Hindi, and in on Friday we do it in English, right? So you can subscribe to this particular channel and turn on the notification. So whenever there is a new video coming up or new whenever we are coming up with live analysis, you will be notified. All right. Mahesh Chandji is asking chart is not visible. Oopsie, sorry, so sorry. I hope you have seen this Reliance chart. You could not see, right? So let me just come again with this Reliance chart. So Reliance on the monthly chart, this is the 40 EMA, where we'll have to test at on 31st of January whether Reliance is closing above or below the blue line, that is 40 EMA of the monthly chart. uh, RMI has gone below zero, indicating that one cycle is complete, and then we'll have to wait. Nothing much as of now in a bearish mode. RMI on the weekly chart, RMI is in a bullish mode, but prices are taking resistance from the moving averages, that is 20 SMA and 40 EMA. And on the daily time frame chart, the gap area, there was a gap area on 17th Jan, and prices has corrected down, and it might take support over here or support from its median line, which is coming somewhere at around 1245. All right. And also, if we look at the futures, we will understand that whether it is a short built up. Yes, you can see that there is a short built up today. Overall, when the prices of Reliance was going up, the open interest was going down. So this overall, it indicates that there was a short covering. So you can see that Reliance prices had corrected over here with an increase in open interest, indicating that there was a lot of short built up during this time, and this up move was nothing but this short covering. Because of the short covering, prices of Reliance was going up, and today you saw a big red candle with a slight increase in open interest, which again indicates that today there is a fresh short built up that has happened. All right. So very careful once again on Reliance also. Okay. Uh, what else? Bhaiya, what's the FII position currently on Nifty and index? So FII position, we have seen that they are still in a selling mode. They are still not buying. Let's see that. So in the sentiment indicators, participants position, FII index futures long percentage is still in the oversold zone. It's the indicator is flat, so we'll have to wait for this indicator to rise above 32, and then maybe we will be able to see some up move in on the market as well. Okay. Savan, I hope you've understood. My bad that I the screen was not visible. All right. Any other questions? We still have another 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes left. Any questions, any stock specific, you can ask me. Sure, you're welcome, Savan. Have I missed any questions? Okay, I'll look at the bank nifty open interest analysis as well. Uh, Let me pull up bank nifty futures. You know, so overall on your bank nifty, I think the data is not well. We'll look at it in a while. Views on solar industries and Oracle Finance, Pradeep Kumarji. Okay, solar and Oracle Finance. So we'll go for solar. So solar industries on the daily time frame chart, the momentum is in a bullish mode, but facing resistance from the moving averages. All right. On the weekly time frame chart, it's below 40 EMA, and RMI is in a bearish mode, but any move up can give a buy signal over here. So probably you will have to wait. A hammer on the lower Bollinger Band signals that this trend may not, it may not continue downwards. It may remain sideways or even reverse. But for reversal, we'll have to wait for solar industries to close above its 40 EMA of the weekly chart. All right. On the daily chart, yes, there is a resistance also as well around the same levels. So it was solar industries and what was the other thing? Oracle Finance. So the Oracle Finance on the daily chart, your RMI is in a sell mode. Yes, it is in a sell mode. Prices do try to come up, but eventually the sellers emerged and they are dragging the prices down. Upper shadows over here. Uh, Continuously walking down the band. RMI is also, it's probably at its lowest level, indicating that it is oversold on the daily chart. On the weekly chart, it has gone below its 40 EMA and also below the lower Bollinger Band after this particular squeeze. And it's still outside the lower Bollinger Band. RMI is in a bearish mode. It may continue downwards. So there is a lot of selling pressure in OFSS. Let me also check the monthly chart. Yeah, see, it's so probably I don't know whether it will bounce back sharply or not. It may remain since the daily chart is in the oversold. It may give a small bounce back, but again, a strong resistance will be this gap area. So this area is acting like a strong resistance for OFSS. All right, and the next support area for it is this particular low over here, which is currently at its support area only. So you'll have to watch out for 9500 on the downside as a support level, and on the upside you can say 10,000 would be a round number if it is steady about 10,000 rupees or not. Okay. So great. Thank you. Any last questions, my friends? Any last questions? What is the outlook of Kpit and CG Power? All right, Deepak Raoji, Kpit and CG Power. So Kpit technologies charts. The daily time frame chart, Kpit, uh, kind of currently in a bearish mode only, sell mode only. All right, and the trend over here, you can also look at the Dow trend. The Dow trend is also negative, and RMI is also in a sell mode on the daily time frame chart. and it's getting a support from this particular low, which is at 1282 levels. And overall, there is this particular trend line over here, which is probably of no use right now. And yeah, resistance from its moving averages somewhere around 1400. So that will be the support and resistance for KPIT. On the weekly time frame chart, RMI had given a buy signal but immediately turned down, where prices took some resistance from this moving averages and turned down again. All right, so still the support remains below this particular low. And on the monthly time frame chart, what can we see is yeah, KPIT has broken below its median line, and if the support current day, the daily chart support level, if it gets broken, then it may come down to 1000 levels as well to test the lower Bollinger Band of the monthly time frame chart, KPIT Tech. Okay, and last one, we'll see Power, CG Power and Industrial Solutions. On the daily time frame chart, what do we see is a bounce back, momentum indicator in a bull mode, but resistance from its moving averages, right? Moving averages also the same resistance coinciding with this particular bottom. All right. So this should be broken, and if this stock remains steady about this level, that is around 690, 700, not to round it off to, that would be one level. And on the downside, yeah, it was a nice bullish engulfing pattern on the lower Bollinger Band, and it gave a bounce back, and it tested its median line. So again, now you'll have to wait whether the median line is being broken up, or it again starts coming down on the lower band. But yes, we can expect momentum is still in a bullish mode. We'll have to check the weekly chart and see where the stock is. It's at the lower Bollinger Band. RMI is still in a sell mode, so nothing much that we can see over here right now. Okay. On the monthly chart, uh, it was at the upper band and is trying to test. So the support for this particular stock will be around 570, 565 levels. All right, and RMI is in a bearish mode. All right. So that's my time, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's analysis. And don't forget, let me just repeat myself. We will be doing this live analysis on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays in the evening, 6 o'clock or 6:30. The timings will be, given to you well in advance. All right. And if you miss any of this, don't worry, because this particular live video will remain in our YouTube channel. So please follow our YouTube channel, and you can hit the bell icon if you want to keep getting updates on when the next video is coming in or not. All right. Is it a head and shoulder in what stock, Deepak Rauji? In which stock, CG Power? Oh yes, yeah, you have pointed it correctly. So if you look at the entire chart like this, so you can treat this as your left shoulder, this as your right shoulder, and this is your head. And if we draw a neckline from here, all right, so if we draw this neckline, it has already corrected a lot. So it's a slant, it seems like a head and shoulder, but after the breakout, almost a lot of thing has come down, and it may test this neckline once again and again. Maybe there could be a correction, but this neckline is of not much significance, because whatever correction had to come, it had already come and has bounced back. All right. And just to confirm, let me also pull up some volumes over here and see. So you can see that, over here, let me just zoom out. So you can see some nice volumes happening over here. and with some good amount of volumes, the stock has given a bounce back. So just waiting for prices to cross above these moving averages, and we'll have to check for its weekly chart as well. All right, so lots of resistance. So in this particular market, when the entire market is in a bearish mode, it will be very difficult for individual stocks to you know go up. All right. All right, so notification for live on Telegram works well. Yeah, okay, that's great. Mahesh ji. mm, ICICI Bank. Okay, Shekhar ji, last stock for today. Shekhar ji, let's look at ICICI Bank. So ICICI Bank, on the weekly time frame, has is a little bit below its 40 EMA, and it's around its lower Bollinger Band. The RMI is in a sell mode. Now, one thing to note is that when the prices has fallen down over here, even the volumes has actually shrinked. Yeah, so this is a good sign for the bulls. All right. So just to wait, we'll have to wait and see whether is it remaining below the 40 EMA and closing below the lower Bollinger Band on this weekly time frame chart. So on Friday we'll have to check this stock again. And on the daily time frame chart, if you can see that today itself, with a nice big red candle, there is some nice volumes that has happened. RMI is in a sell mode, and if you can see that overall trend line has been broken down and is in a correction mode. So the next level of support, we'll look at the options for ICICI. Okay, just a minute. So ICICI Bank, on the options front, you can see that there is a combined. We'll look at combined OI. So at 1300 call option, there is a highest open interest that was built up, indicating 1300 to be a strong resistance level, and immediate 1200. All right, 1200 is something to watch out for. 1196 is the current market price. So 1200 has become an immediate level of resistance for ICICI Bank, and you know around 1200 the put activity is also there, but since the stock is below 1200, the next possible support level will be around 1160. All right, and if we look at the futures open interest data, you can see that there is a short built up that has happened today in ICICI Bank. So again, ICICI Bank, the short built up, Reliance short built up, market seems to be in a bearish mood. All right, so be very careful. Hold on to your cash, wait for some good levels, and after those levels, wait for some reversal signal, and then we'll be able to get into it. All right. So I hope you've loved this particular session, and I see you on Thursday in the evening. Right? That would be a Hindi session. Have a great evening. Bye bye.